Another side point is in terms of us also, because that's another discussion. Look, home, where is home?
Yeah.
And sooner we come to that kind of like realization, look, this is our home. And we work for the betterment of the society and challenge anything which is negative and challenge Islamophobia. Because there is also that, especially with, I wouldn't say it's just with the elder community, sometimes even amongst the youngsters. Look, I want to go back home.
Yeah.
You know, so that kind of like also, you know, is an impediment in us progressing. So that needs to be kind of like discussed and challenged as well.
It's true. Also, the Sheikh, I mean, look, we're talking about the early generation, and perhaps, you know, they're more allowing of certain things. But for the same token, they preserved much better their understanding of Islam and what they have. Okay, maybe it wasn't as sophisticated as what youngsters today have, but they established the masajid. They would hold on to all of the outward practices as well as inwards, inshallah, you know, and they've kept it simple. For them, it's non-negotiable. Whether you're fasting 20 hours or 22 hours in summer, it wasn't a discussion for them. We're looking for fatwas to benchmark it to Saudi and whatever. They were like, they just got on with it. And we are actually, I think, maybe it's not just the Muslims, but generally the millennials today, they're kind of, you know, millennials, they're a lot softer than our parents and haven't faced that level of hardship as well. So that early generation, alhamdulillah, they established what they needed to do. We have people today, mashallah, they've got multiple houses, but they can't buy a mosque. You know, I've been to some communities, mashallah, very, very wealthy, Sheikh, you know, very, very wealthy, mashallah. The house is at least 1.5 to 2 million. Can you imagine that? And the amount they raised for their masjid was maybe about 20,000 after a massive event. Imagine that.
Yeah. So I
They
think,
spend all their money on the houses.
But this is it. It's just the change. Do you see the approach?
So I think appreciating what they've done, and especially in terms of, because sometimes we feel, you know, like the Muslim community sometimes lacks shukr, you know, that sense of gratitude for achievements of others. So establishing masajid, you know, halal outlets for food and so on, this needs to be appreciated. At the same time, you know, in all of these things, there needs to be honest discussions.
Yeah.
And sometimes, let's say, I'm not saying, look, it's just the wider Muslim community, even imams, even in leadership, we don't have honest discussions. And that's very important for us to kind of learn from mistakes and progress. So with the older generation, remember, the non-Muslim community wasn't welcomed.
Yeah.
Not really. It was never dawah, it was never engagement in Shida.
Yeah.
At the same time now, let's say it's a community from Pakistan, Bangladesh or India. Now, a white chap walks in, a black chap walks in, a black lady walks in, an English lady walks in. How
Sounds
will
like
they be
the start of a
treated?
bad joke.
Yeah, but you know, so this, you know, unaccommodated,
Yeah.
not speaking in English, not welcomed, or maybe they will become Muslims, and there's a sense of kind of like you're still not part of our community. That needs to be challenged and changed.
How did you do that in Lewisham? There's a large convert community there, right?
Yeah, very large, alhamdulillah, very, very large. Yeah, I think it's down to the community.
A lot of people say that Muslims are really, you know, eager to get the shahada, but then they, you know, they're like, how takbir, assalamu alaikum, welcome to Islam.
Yeah.
And then they turn around and nobody's there to help them. It's a bit of a caricature, but how do you
I think the dawah is from the community members. And remember, the revert community or convert community is slightly different from us in the sense that they're passionate about telling others about their faith when they become Muslim. So that kind of like, you know, pushes, encourages for others to look into Islam and take the shahada. Then from amongst themselves, what I usually do, somebody takes shahada, you give that person a mentor. Somebody similar in age, similar in background, say, look, I want you to keep in touch with this person, help the person, call him, pick him up for the masjid, take him out for dinner, and so on. But we do a lot of projects for reverts, like a weekly dinner, trips. And remember, a lot of the reverts or converts are also youngsters, so there might be a youth trip, they're together, there's a weekly dinner, there's a monthly program. So that keeps them, you know, in touch with the masjid and myself. And also, it's not over theoretical, in the sense that it's not just studies. You know, the prophetic way, you live Islam. Yeah. They eat with you, drink with you. It's time for salah. They pray with you. Yeah, and then if anything, you know, a mistake happens, you're able to kind of like in that situation, educate and say, look, well, this is not permissible. This is the way how we do it.
Unscripted.